Hello everyone, so I've just come out here to my back garden. It's actually, as I film this, it is the Capricorn full moon. It's the day of the Capricorn full moon in June 2018, but I've kind of had a message to come out here and channel a message, and I'm being told that the message is it's not strictly for this time period. It's not just about the Capricorn full moon, although I happen to be in the energies of the Capricorn full moon while I'm filming this, and I do know that what's going on at the moment for many of us is this dropping away of anything that is holding us back from achieving what we want to achieve in regards to our purpose. And for many of us, relationships are changing, jobs are changing, situations in our earthly life are being reshuffled. You might find that you have emotions coming up that need to be really looked at, a lot of shadow stuff coming up, some uncomfortable emotions coming up to be looked at, and uncomfortable situations. You might be finding some misunderstandings happening, and it's all okay. It's all part of our old patterning dropping away, or just becoming a little bit more transmuted so that we can transcend this idea of duality and realize that everything in our life is a blessing, and everything that's going on for each of us is moving us more and more towards that which we are meant to be doing, towards our purpose, towards the knowledge and the wisdom that we are love divine, and that our whole existence is based on love. And so we're moving into what we call love consciousness, or love awareness, the awareness that unconditional love is what permeates our entire universe. It permeates all of us. So essentially this is a really great period of time to tune into self-love, but it's also, because it's Capricorn, it's a very practical time. So even if you're not watching this video during the Capricorn full moon, you can harness those energies. We don't have to be in the energy of the full moon to actually receive it. You can tap into the consciousness of the all, and you can draw in the energy of Capricorn. Now, I'm not a Capricorn, I'm an airy fairy Libran, so I'm very floaty, I'm very magical. I like to, I meditate, I have visions, I channel, I do all that stuff. But when it comes to the practical stuff of like organizing files and getting myself sorted and planning and finishing writing the book that I'm writing, I'm all over the place. And I'm human, we're all human. So I am using this Capricorn energy. My husband happens to be Capricorn, he's the organized one of the two of us. But I'm using this Capricorn energy just to get organized, to try to create some sort of framework. Because in this rising divine feminine on the planet as well, it isn't all about the feminine. We have to bring the masculine into balance, and that is our logic, our rational mind, our reasoning. So I'm using this time to get practical things done, to make some practical plans, and to understand also that those plans may not be fixed. Things change, and we're finding on this planet at the moment things are so very changeable. Nothing is set in stone. This is why I don't do prophecy readings anymore, because you might read someone's energy one day, they might make a decision the next, and then everything changes. But I'm going to me is going to shut up, and I'm going to see what message wants to come through for the collective today, because it just was an overwhelming message of please go outside, please sit outside, and please channel a message. And I've got my lovely flower of life here as a reminder that we are all multidimensional, we are all built on love consciousness, we all have access to these gifts too. One of the things I teach is channeling, and part of the reason that I love channeling so much is that sometimes our human mind, our human patterning can get in the way of higher, more pure information that needs to come through from our divine self, our higher self. Primarily all channeling is coming through from your higher self, and it just gives you access to that higher mind, that collective consciousness, the divine oneness of everything, so that you can get the purest connection possible. And it's about bringing through truth. And I think when we have access to the truth of who we are without anyone else's agendas or programs or need for power and control getting in the way, then we're much more empowered. That's my intention for channeling, that's my perspective on channeling. Yes, and I do have protocols that I go through as well to make sure that I am accessing the most divine, pure love energies. Okay, so I've definitely been put through my paces with this ability. And it's not just my ability, anyone can channel, but I'm going to just see what comes through. The other thing I want to remind you of is that any channeling of this nature of a higher divine energy or consciousness it isn't just about the words that are coming through. So the words are just one part of the message. But as you watch this video, you might want to close your eyes and just put your hands in a receiving position and just relax, because you will be receiving light, energy, healing. You'll be releasing things. There may be processes that we get guided through. I never know what's going to come through until I close my eyes and then I say what I see, or I say what I'm given. But I never know at any moment who is necessarily coming in until I check, and I'll check this now to see what's going on. And I just invite you all just to take some nice deep breaths and just to breathe in light. And imagine that you're sitting in a huge column or pillar of pure divine sparkling white diamond light. And you can imagine that this light is coming from infinite source divine, infinite multidimensional consciousness above you, connecting you right down below your feet into the crystalline heart or core of Mother Earth, the diamond core of Mother Earth. And just for a moment, imagine yourself sitting in this pillar of light, and then imagine that it can have the quality of a flame. So feel yourself burning with a beautiful diamond white flame. And just start to feel your vibration rise, start to feel your fingertips tingling. And set the intention that you're breathing in love. Just breathe in love. Feel your heart open. Imagine a white rose at the center of your heart. Feel it blossom and open. And as you breathe out, just let go of any cares or worries. Just let go of anything that you may have felt a little bit stuck with lately. Any questions that you have, just hand them over to the universe. And you may feel that you start to feel lighter and brighter as you do this, as you release. And you can also set the intention that as you release, with the out breath, the more love you're taking in, the more love that you're topping yourself up with, and the more you're able to send love out to everyone and everything in the universe. And this exercise alone is a really good centering and balancing exercise. You can do this on the bus to work, you can do it anywhere, just to really bring yourself into a really lovely, clear, centered position, and just to release anything that you've been carrying around with you. And then I want you to imagine that above your head you can see a night sky filled with stars, and a cloud in the center of that night sky. It's like a dark cloud, but it's pearlescent in nature, and it has all the colors of the rainbow in this cloud. It's a whirling cloud. It looks a little bit like a galaxy. It's spiraling above the top of your head, right up there in the starry sky. On one side of the sky you can see the full moon, and the full moon is acting a bit like a mirror. It's shining light at you, but what you realize is that this is your own light being beamed back at you. It's like you're bouncing out light and it's coming back at you. And in this mirror you may be able to see some truths about yourself, and this is truths that you may need to understand for a deepening of your love consciousness. There may be old patterns that are coming up to be released. I want you to imagine that you can gaze into the moon as though it is a mirror. And imagine that you can do a little bit of scrying, so a picture or a symbol is starting to form in the mirror of the moon. And it's showing you a situation in your life. Now, this may not be a visual process for you. Some of you are more feelers. You might just have a feeling or a knowing that there's a situation in your life. It may be a situation that you've been struggling with. And the moon is going to start bouncing back to you some information about how you can move forward through this process. So it may give you, there may be one word that you need. It could be something like forgiveness, or courage, or just love, or understanding. It might be release. I want you to just breathe in this word, breathe in this information, take it into your being, and then just let go of the situation completely and trust that a resolution is coming. The answers to everything that you seek are always there. They're always inside of us. Sometimes we just need a little help to access them. And then as you continue to breathe, the light from the moon is spiraling around you. It's shining back at you and causing a beautiful spiral of light to come right down above your head, all the way around your body. Feel yourself in the spiraling vortex of pure light, sparkling light. And this is the energy of the goddess energy, the divine feminine energy coming around you to nurture, protect, hold you and heal you in this moment. And then focus back on that cloud above your head, the rainbow-colored pearlescent dark cloud. See that cloud parting. And imagine a beam, like a pole of light, coming all the way down from that cloud, beaming down through the crown of your head, beaming all the way down through your central channel of your spine, and beaming down through the base of your spine, beaming all the way down into the core of Mother Earth. And feel it beaming all the way through the core of Mother Earth, all the way through out into the galaxy, and finding its way into the galactic core, which is the energy of the black hole, but this is the infinite divine feminine. This is the void space. And it is a pole of light, because I'm being told that this beam of light is coming from the pole star, from the northern star. And this is like acting as a compass or a rod to steer you in the right direction for you, to steer you in the direction that you need to move in for your soul's highest purpose. So as you activate this pole of light, feel yourself feeling straightened and fortified. Feel yourself feeling stronger, calmer, more determined. And feel an inner calm coming over you, trusting that everything is playing out exactly as it needs to. Knowing that this compass of light, this star, is always guiding your way to your sovereignty, to your divinity, to your love consciousness, to the truth of who you are. And as we activate this, you're becoming stronger, more fortified in your self-love, in your self-acceptance, in your understanding of the workings and the nature of the universe. It centers you, it grounds you, but it also adds a quickening effect so that anything you want to manifest at this time comes into your life in a much more speedy fashion. So as you breathe in, align to this pole star. I'm going to get you to imagine that there are concentric rings of light coming down through this pole and then expanding out through your energy field. And as they expand out through your energy field, these rings of light, and I want you to see if you can count how many of these rings of light are surrounding you. And the number may be different for everybody. Some of you may have 7, some of you may have 3, some of you may have 12. And hold on to that number, because there will be a significance in that number. And I'm being shown a group of beautiful light beings coming around you now, standing in a circle around you. And they are beautiful. They're made of white light. They are beings whose consciousness is connected to the pole star. They have wings a little bit like angels, although they are celestial in nature, galactic in nature. These are stellar beings, pure beings of light. And they've come to help you steer your compass. But first they're telling me that we need to do a little bit of a cleanse of our energy fields, just to release anything that might be getting in the way of your divine direction. So I want you to imagine that these rings of light, pure white light around you, are spinning. Now the rings are going to spin anti-clockwise, and at the same way, the spiral of light that came around you earlier is going to spin the other way. So one spins one way, one spins the other. The spiral going clockwise around you and the rings going anti-clockwise around you. And we're just going to hold for a moment and allow this cleansing to occur. And what it's doing is releasing any old patterning, any old programming. You might feel emotions come up. You might feel temperature changes, tingling. You might feel sensations in the body. Some of you might feel a bit queasy as the cleansing occurs. Just breathe in, breathe in. Breathe out more deeply. Ask for any discomfort to be lifted away. And allow yourselves to start to feel lighter and brighter as this cleansing, healing, transmuting light spirals and spins around you. And feel that pole of light all the way down your center, grounding you, holding you, keeping you safe. It's a bit like that phrase, stand like a mountain and flow like a river. Your core is strong, and the energies of your energy field are sort of being spun so that you can release and just feel any old stuck emotions lifting off you, anyone else's agendas or beliefs or patterns or programs or projections leaving you, anything that you're carrying that isn't yours or that isn't serving you for your highest good, just being released. And then feel those rings and that spiral come to a stop. And then we're going to spin them in the opposite direction. So this time the spiral goes anti-clockwise and the rings go clockwise. All in white light, and all the time you're drawing more light down that pole of light, down your pillar of light, into your being, and you're drawing up more light from the earth, from the galactic core, into your being. It's a little bit like those electric light tubes. It's like you're turning on your light, you're illuminating your light, you're shining brighter and feeling more fresh, more vital, more effervescent, feeling more loved, feeling more safe, feeling more secure, feeling more calm, serene and centered in yourself. And these beings from the pole star are standing around you, beaming love from their hearts into yours. And you may find that this feels a little bit familiar. These beings are around us. I've never seen them before today, but they're really beautiful and they feel very familiar to me. And they've been here guiding our planet and guiding humanity for a long time. And they tell me that this star is probably the one in the most fixed position in the sky, because it's the closest star to the North Pole, or the one that's most aligned with our North Pole. And as we know, our planet is on an axis, so it spins kind of like this. So this is the pole star is the one that sort of everything pivots around. And it's a reminder as well that you are the center of your universe. The whole world, from your perspective, pivots around you. So this is your planet, this is your world, this is the mirror of your experiences. And we all look at the world through our own unique lens. We look at the world through our patterning, our programming, our hurts, our traumas, but also our blessings and our celebrations, our memories. Everything sort of colors the glasses through which we see our world. And no two worlds are the same. My world is different to your world. And your world will be different to your friend's world, or your husband's world, or your mother's world. And we have shared experiences, of course, because we're part of the oneness of the whole. But in my experience, you can have different people with different opinions and different perspectives all the time. So doing this lovely clearing process is a bit like polishing up the glasses, seeing through clean glasses, or cleaning your windows so that you can get a clearer picture of what is true for you, of what your perspective on your planet is, of your world, your universe. And how do you want to see that universe? Do you want to see a universe filled with pain, or do you want to see a universe filled with love? The more that we can love, forgive and honor ourselves and release our traumas, our pain, it's not letting go of it, but it's just coming into a loving acceptance that helps to transmute it. The more that we're able to see the world through loving eyes. Okay, so I'm being told that these beings have a message for us here at this time. So I'm just going to go a bit deeper and see what they have to say. Sweet beloved children of Earth, we are the consciousness of the pole star in your northern atmosphere, sky, space. We have come to assist you in finding your true course, your divine direction, and to feel more aligned with your true path. In truth, you can never be off this path, although some of you, because of your limiting human programming, may feel that you have deviated at times. Using love as your compass, you will always be guided to that which is most in your highest divine service. We are bringing you the symbol of a compass, that tool which has been used to navigate this planet for eons. But prior to the existence of this tool, the people of Earth used the stars as their compass, and the pole star was the primary guide in the night sky. Ancient mariners used this compass to navigate the oceans and to cross the world. Many of you feel like you are crossing great oceans at this time, and it can feel dark, it can feel tumultuous, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel frightening when you cannot see your way ahead and the path is unclear. What is happening in your realm at this time is a de-densification. More light is coming into your planet, and things are less concrete than they used to be. Many of you are finding that you are becoming more sensitive to energies. You are feeling more strongly. You are sensing and seeing and hearing. This too can be overwhelming when it is unfamiliar to you, and you might feel that you have lost your footing or lost your reference points, or feel that you have nothing to hold on to. It is as though you are all at sea. Using this pole of light to strengthen and support yourselves will assist you at this time. For the tumult is really a great shaking up of that which needs to be released. You will see this planet-wide. It is happening on your news. There is a great deal of uncertainty afoot on this earth plane. But know that across this ocean of uncertainty lies a beautiful place for you to rest your head, to play in the sunshine. For a new life is what you are embarking on. And as you go further into the inner journey and understand that you are so much more than mere flesh and blood, than a mere human being, you will understand that there is an entire realm, and realms upon realms upon realms that are open for you to access. Your lives are not meant to be hard. This is somewhat of a habit for humanity, and difficulty is in your cellular memory. This planet is still the garden it always was. We invite you to change your perception and choose the way you wish to see the world. We invite you to see the world through loving eyes. Have compassion for all. Hold forgiveness in your hearts. Even those that are doing the most terrible things are coming from a place of wounding. This can be difficult to understand when you are so caught up in your pain. we wish for you to come into a space of trust and feel the love flowing to you in this moment. We wish to assist in elevating you from fearful thoughts and thoughts of pain to thoughts of love and trust, to bring yourselves home again to a centered space of clarity. We have requested that this channeling be done outside here in this garden because we wish to remind you of the bounty and the beauty of nature and how healing it is. This beloved planet holds you in her nurturance, and we invite you, if you are feeling overwhelmed, to take off your shoes and walk with your feet upon the earth, to connect with the Mother. Feel gravity holding you here, and allow yourself to come home to safety. Wrap your arms around a tree or lie on the grass. Feel the sun on your face if you can. Come home. Drop into simplicity. Go back to nature. Nature will be your savior in every moment. And if you can, on a clear night, spend time outside, gazing up at the stars, and know that we are always with you, guiding you. For any time you connect with starlight, there are beings of light holding you. We are part of a group of beings who form the higher galactic councils and galactic federations of light. And like the angelic realm, we work on higher vibrational levels. Our particular vibration is of the 7th dimensional frequency. We bring you the smell of jasmine, the flowers that resemble little white stars. We wish for you to imagine that you can smell the scent, the perfume of jasmine. Whenever you smell jasmine, you may think of us, the councils of light surrounding you, opening your hearts, and think of the simple pleasures of life. Return to beauty, sweet ones. Allow the softness of your feminine side to rise within you, man and woman alike. This nurturance is needed for you. For the time has come for all of the children of earth to begin to remember who they are, why they came here, and what they are destined for. And the answer to everything, the answer to all of this, your true purpose, is divine, perfect, unconditional, heavenly, blissful love. Rest within these energies for as long as you need to. We are with you always. We love you. We honor you. We surround you, but we are stepping back to allow you to integrate all that you have received. If you wish, you may open your heart for a personal message. But remember the symbol of the compass, for you will see it somewhere in your daily waking reality in the coming days or weeks as a reminder that you have received this message. We are the light beings of the pole star, and we are at your service. So, I'm still very aware of those rings of light spiraling around us and the spiral of light spiraling around us. And we're being gifted with these, so they're not going to leave you unless you want them to. It is actually part of your own consciousness. So what you can do is just allow the rings to dissolve into your energy field so that you can activate them whenever you feel you need a little cleanse. You can bring those rings spinning around you. Now I'm being shown that the reason there are different numbers for different people It depends on your system of thought to do with your chakra system. So some of you may operate on the idea of 3 centers, the head, the heart, and the body, or the body, mind, and spirit. Some of you may operate on a 7 chakra system, some on a 12 chakra system. And so it's whatever school of thought you are prescribed to that matches you as to how many rings will be working through those energy centers. It is different for everybody, and there are many different teachings out there, and as we know, different things resonate with different people. So these light beings never want to kind of change your beliefs or your opinions. It's all just an invitation. So work with what works for you. So allow those rings to just dissolve into your energy field. They are a symbol of your chakras, of your energy centers. And then feel that spiral of light begin to thicken as though it's joining up and forming into a beautiful cocoon. I'm now seeing a beautiful, soft, fluffy cocoon or chrysalis of white light coming around you. This is your protection. Feel yourself safe and snug inside this beautiful white diamond light cocoon, cushioning you, nurturing you, and you can put this around you every day so that you feel nice and safe. Draw your pillar of light now back in to the crown and back up to your feet. Call your consciousness back into your body from wherever you've expanded out to. I always draw myself in and down to ground, and place your consciousness somewhere below the navel just to ground yourself. If you want, you can put your feet on the floor, wiggle your fingers and toes, make sure you're feeling nice and grounded. You may feel a little lightheaded after that process. And just feel yourself being washed in light, in beautiful white light, and then I'm seeing a pale blue light coming around us. This is the aquamarine ray of nurturing. It's very connected to the Ascended Master of Mother Mary and the Goddess energy, so just feel it cleansing away anything in your energy field. And then you can place a midnight blue cloak, like the night sky, over and around you just to shield you. See the hood come over your face, over your hands and your feet, and you may even see it shimmering with starlight, like sparkles of light through this beautiful cloak. It's as though you've reached up, pulled down the night sky and wrapped it around yourself as your security blanket, as your cloak of protection, knowing that even in the darkest of the dark there are always sparks of light. There is never total darkness. The light is always there in some form, and it just needs us to recognize it for it to be illuminated. So feeling yourself nice and safe and grounded, we thank these beings who have visited us from the pole star. We thank all of our councils of light, all of our guides, all of our loved ones, and especially our higher self for overlighting this process. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a really beautiful day. I'm completely blissed out. I've got to go and see some clients now. So I'm sending you all lots of love, and thank you for watching. And I'd love to hear your feedback on these Precious Wisdom channeled messages. Precious Wisdom is it is a healing and alchemy system that I channeled in 2012 that actually helps you come into more alignment with your divinity. But as part of it, the gifts that are waking up as a result are gifts of channeling, gifts of healing, gifts of psychic surgery, extrasensory gifts, and it seems to accelerate all of this, and I'm kind of the guinea pig. So this channeling gift of mine is kind of part of that process. So I'd love to hear your feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts and any questions you have as well. And any suggestions on topics for the show would be amazing as well. I'll put the email address underneath, but you can also just write in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and lots of love.